Welcome to OMG Talk Show for small business owners, workaholics, and whiz-bang entrepreneurs. Here's your hosts, Paul and Sarah Finkelstein.
I've been working on chapter 9 for a potential book on networking tips for omgtalk.com, the Small Business Owner Podcast. The title of chapter 9 for the subject would be SWSWSW. Raise your hand if you think you know what that means. I'll hold. Now, before I tell you what it is, I'll tell a little story. My mom actually, she was an entrepreneur. She passed away in 2019 from ovarian cancer. And I decided that she had a paperweight on her desk that said the word fierce on it. And I take that to heart, fierce and entrepreneur, and all the passion that she had in developing a small business and being an entrepreneur. And she said one thing, she said a lot of things, but one of the things that stands out a lot is that you can't be everything to everybody. You can't be everything to everybody. What does that mean? That means that not everybody is going to become your client. What I equate that to chemistry. You're going to either relate to somebody or you're not going to relate to somebody. So it is what it is. Now, of course, first impressions are great, but sometimes you get a second impression. Sometimes you don't. Well, SW, SW, SW. You can't be everything to everybody, but some will become your client. Some won't become a client. And so what? It's no big deal, basically. So you can't be everything to everybody. And SW, SW, SW. And then when you have that, here's a philosophy that I did, which is to always be kind to everybody, especially meeting in person or meeting anywhere for that matter. We have electronic communication, whether it's an inbox or an email, a website, etc. I always try to fit everybody into 3 choices. And that's how I recommend people who are dating as well. And the 3 choices are: you are either a resource to the person that you are meeting. So you know something that could help them. Doesn't have to be your business. It could be you know where to get tomatoes, homegrown, organic, not organic, fresh, the freshest tomatoes somewhere, and you know exactly where to go, and you were they're waiting for you to tell them and help them with that resource where to find the best tomatoes ever. So you're a resource for somebody for something. The second thing is you could potentially be a customer or a client, okay? Or a date, if you're dating, of course. So daters could use this too, but either a customer, client, or date, you could be one of those. And if it's one of those, then hey, that's what you probably were initially after. Was it a new client, a new customer, a date, a job, whatever it is. So somebody could be a resource, they could be a customer, a client, or a date. And then the last thing is a friend. Now, this isn't just a friend like in high school. Hey, we just want to be friends and part ways. So now, every time you're with an appointment or a presentation, there's no reason to have the D word, present. There's no reason to be desperate for a client. There's no reason to be desperate for a customer. There's no reason to be desperate for a date. I know some of you are looking for husbands or wives. Some of you are looking for dates. Some of you are looking for a customer. Some of you are looking for more revenue for your business. But the minute you are desperate, the minute it shows on your face. So I think that it's important to just have three things in mind. The person you're with is either a resource, number two, a customer, client, or date. The last thing, they're a friend. They could be all three, of course. But this is my Paul pick three philosophy so that you never have to show signs of desperation ever again. So remember, you can't be everything to everybody. Pick three, rewind and see those three. And chapter 9 is all about some will, some won't. So what? Either be a friend, a resource, customer, client, date, etc. Put something in the comments. I'll check them out later. Have a fantastic Tuesday and check out Tony's closing remarks.
You've been listening to the OMG Online Meet and Greet Talk Show. Just for listening, grab 28 grand prizes at omgtalk.com or onlinemeetandgreet.com.